And just like that, a player must pull up roots and move on to the next destination. A minor leaguer is welcomed after being brought into a new organization as part of a trade package. His name may not have made headlines in this deal, but if he's a hit in the long run, it could be a real feather in the GM's cap. In this game, change can come swiftly and unannounced. Some players take it better than others, but unexpected trades are a fact of the game. This player will make the best of his new situation. A manager confronts his pitching staff about an unacceptable team statistic.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game weekend set between the Altoona Curve and the Harrisburg Senators. It's going to be a premier pitch. At the plate, Brian Hahn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for Harrisburg, third baseman.
And here's a fastball called for strike one. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Ozzie Abreu comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Guerrero moving in. He makes the running play. 2 down. Settling in now, Robbie Botts. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. Ball 1 to start the at bat. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
2-1 now. Now a swing and a third straight fly ball here should get him out of the inning. 1-2-3. McKinney is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. Leading off the inning, Zach Collier, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Left fielder, Zach Collier.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. 2 of the game's best, 2 of the hardest throwers competing at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Both of these pitchers look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And you talk about fitting a profile for a right fielder. Big surprise who brings the absolute bazooka to the game today. That is the right fielder. Don't look for anyone to test this guy.
3-0 now. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. First pitch of the at-bat. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Stepping in now, Steven Perez. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left on.
Leading off with a curve.
Stepping into the box, Chris Cole. 9-1-2 due up. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Decker has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. So coming to the plate, Reed. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
In now, number 23. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Way out in front. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Coming to the plate now, Brian Hahn. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. 0-1 the count. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Now at the plate, Ozzie Abreu. He flew out in his last at-bat.
The shortstop, Ozzie Abreu.
Here comes the first pitch. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. McKinney is there to put it away for out number 1. Now at the plate, Robbie Botts.
The batter, Third baseman.
Popped him up. Number 24 over to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stepping up to the plate, Zach Collier. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Skied into straightaway right. McKinney is underneath this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. So they're held in check here. Digging in, Jeff Decker.
Now for Harrisburg.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. They want to get things going. How about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. So earlier in the broadcast, we mentioned that we might be seeing a pitcher's duel today, and these 2 guys have certainly delivered on that promise.
You know, Matt, sometimes it's really hard to put a finger on why a guy pitches well and why a guy is having a very difficult time. So far, he hasn't had a very good season, but you know this, when you have the stuff that this guy has, he's 1 out, 1 inning, 1 pitch away from turning things back around, and he's pitching more now like the guy we thought he was going to be.
Standing in now, Rafael Batista. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Called strike 0-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Guerrero on the move, and he makes the catch for the second out. Now at the plate, Steven Perez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count, 0-2.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
The 1-2. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. 5 innings complete. Altuna's out in front, 1-0. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Chris Cole.
Chris Cole.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. High in the air out to center field. Batista waits on it. 1 out. Leading off the inning, Reed, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
The 0-2 once more. And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Great job by the pitcher right there to put him in the proverbial rocking chair. Slowed him down, sped him up, slowed him down. Let's see where he's going now.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Reed is sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning.
Andrew Velasquez.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Brian Hahn. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Slapped hard the opposite way. Base hit, and they're into the hit column.
It's a nice job by the batter right there, able to fight off a high fastball and slap it the other way for a single.
Now batting.
Into the box, Ozzie Abreu. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball games. Now a move over to first, back in standing. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Number 24 gathers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give him fits out there. 7th inning coming up. The Curve lead it 2-0. David Goforth is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Allen. Already the beginning of the 7th inning here as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far. Here's a first pitch slider. Digging in, Robbie Botts. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Ripped down the line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Stepping in now, Zach Collier.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
0 for 2 for him to this point. The windup and the 0-1. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
To 1-2 now. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Digging in once again, Chris Cole. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Flipped out the other way towards short. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Now to the plate, Rafael Batista. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Into the box, Steven Perez. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
No balls and 1 strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple runners on base, but not here. That was two good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Reed is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Derek Miller will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 80, Derek Miller.
Popped him up. Martin sprinting after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Brian on. A big at bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Oh, what a pitch to start the at bat there. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Looking to keep the shutout in check. Here it comes. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We've played 8 full. Altuna's out in front. Stepping into the box, Ozzie Abreu. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
Now
batting, Robbie Botts. Dribbled up. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. Swing and a liner, but right at the shortstop for the second out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Zach Collier. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Here comes the 1-0. Here's a high pop-up. Number 24 has a play, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 2-0 finish today. The Curve claimed the victory despite being held to only 3 hits. Chris Cole notches his 3rd win of the year with 15 strikeouts. Number 23 pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark.
This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Albuquerque Isotopes and the Tacoma Rainiers. The Rainiers have won 5 games in a row. William Layfield, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
First offering on its way. And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball. Well, this lineup's been good all season so far. They've looked especially dominant as of late. What's been clicking in particular for them lately, guys?
Yeah, I don't think we can be surprised. They're on fire right now. Continuing a hot start, Matty, no doubt. They've stayed strong. They've come out of spring training with one goal in mind, and that's to get to the postseason. Strong starting rotation, a lineup that doesn't quit. The guys seem to really rally around each other, and they got one of the strongest bullpens in the
First baseman, John Vogelback.
This is pulled into right. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find the knockout there.
Mason over at second. Vogelback on at first with nobody out. And he loses him on a breaking ball. That'll bring in Guillermo Heredia now. And a golden opportunity here to give his guys the lead with 3 men aboard. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Patterson moves over. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. So striding forward now, Ken Uchida, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall. Digging in, Ryan Burns. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So nothing happening this time around. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Tacoma leads it 2-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Oliver Mason. He singled his last time up.
Mason.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. High in the air out to center field. Tuchman on the move. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run.
So striding in, Ken Uchida. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Ahmed over to his right, and that's the 3rd out. 5 innings have been no problem as he's got the shutout working. Home half of the 5th coming up. Tacoma's out on top, 5-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Oliver Mason. Earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Patterson is right there, and he's got it for out number 1. Digging in to try it again, Oliver Mason. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Mason.
First pitch on its way. Back up the, oh no, that got him. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not a...
And now with 1 away, they'll make a move for their bench as we'll see a pinch runner take over at second base. Here now is Mike Zunino. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
Zunino.
Loud contact off the bat of Zunino, and a ball sent to deep left field. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. Into the box now, Oliver Mason. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 26 for him on the season, as this is now a 5-run cushion.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. Winners of an amazing 7 games in a row. They say to never question the streak, and these guys aren't. They're just enjoying this ride.
14-8, the final score here. The Tacoma Rainiers get their 20th home win this year. The game's future stars are on. Standing in, Lorenzo Angel, and he comes into this one really slumping. The numbers there over the past several games, not very pretty. Oh, and he gets a fastball up in the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field, and this baby is gone. A home run. Stepping in, Oliver Mason. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon.
Oliver Mason.
First pitch of the at-bat. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Fellas, you look at these guys with a first-inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs. Both those things.
High and deep to center field. Tuchman going back on it to the track, and he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Oliver Mason. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Way outside. 1-2. Runners on first with one down. Again, a 1-2. Gets a small piece near the plate. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. And another foul ball. He'll try again. 1-2. Popped him up. Uchida ranging into shallow right. 2 gone. Ready once again. Oliver Mason 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Mason.
Swing and a miss on the sinker. 0-1.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes over 70% so far in this outing.
Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tough, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Striding forward now is the DH. Dan Vogelbach comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 1 there. On to first. It's a double play as they're digging in and looking for more. Oliver Mason, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
Patterson is there to make the catch, and they'll escape. Into the box now, Gorkys Hernandez. Last time through was a base hit. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Mason looking up. Gone!
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Moving under it, Mason. 2 down. And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Isotopes jumped out to an early MLB The Show's tour. Stepping in, Oliver Mason. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. They come in here hoping to make it 2 in a row as they broke a 3-game skid with a victory last time out.
Hey, why not get on a hot streak, Matty? They played really well yesterday. Continue that trend. Stay on the attack. See if you can get on a hot streak, maybe rattle off 8 to 10.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. A hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked in. They start talking 8 games, now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Conway at second, Mason at first with no outs. Ground ball right side. Backhanded. The second for one. Back to first, and they'll get Cano as well. It's a double play.
Sharply hit here, but right at the first baseman coming off the bag. He makes a good throw, and they complete the 3-6-1 double play with the throwback to the pitcher at first.
Ready for another chance? Oliver Mason. He reached on a single in his first try.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, when I see a swing like that, this guy made up his mind before that pitcher even came set. He was pulling the trigger no matter what.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for two. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And that's out number 1. In now, Dan Vogelback. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
Mason stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no error. Stepping up now, Oliver Mason. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt. In particular, that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
At the plate, Oliver Mason. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Oliver Mason.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Patterson is in pursuit, and that's the first out of the inning. 5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game.